Today I'm sharing with you a walnut cake from the island of Brač in Croatia. This cake, called Hrapoćuša, has a layer of walnut sponge cake flavored with citrus and topped with a thick layer of walnut praline. This cake has a really important cultural significance in Brač and is actually on the protected food list by the Croatian Ministry of Culture. Join me today as I share with you the recipe and interesting history of this decadent cake. Let's get started. First, you're going to start by taking 4 whole eggs plus 7 egg yolks, putting them in a large bowl with 260 grams or 1 1/3 cup of sugar, the zests of 1 lemon and 1 orange, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a tablespoon of maraschino liqueur. This is an Italian cherry liqueur that is also used in Croatia since Croatia is so close to Italy. Recipes for this cake vary very widely. Some used maraschino, called maraschino in Italian. Some used rum and others didn't include alcohol at all, so it's really up to your personal flavor preferences. Then you're going to beat until it's voluminous and frothy. Don't beat as far as the ribbon stage like in cakes such as pan de España, but it is going to take a few minutes, maybe 5 to 7 on high speed to get to this consistency. Now whisk together 190 grams or 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour with a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and 75 grams or 3/4 cup of ground walnuts. Sift that into the egg mixture a little at a time, and using a whisk, gently fold the flour into the eggs, trying your best to keep the volume in the batter. While I'm doing this, I'll tell you a little about the origins of this cake. This cake comes from Brač Island in Croatia, which is on the Dalmatian coast near the mainland coastal city of Split. Brač is known for its beautiful beaches as well as the iconic white buildings made from the stone on the island called Brački Kamen. There are conflicting claims that this white stone from Croatia was used to build the United States White House. However, others claim it was made from sandstone from Aquia Creek, Virginia, and that Croatian limestone from Brač was only used in the 1902 renovations and not the original. While most of the buildings on Brač are made of Brački Kamen, there is one village on the island called Dol that did things differently. The village of Dol built all of their buildings from a rough local stone called Hrapoćuša, which you might recognize as the name of this cake. We don't know exactly who created the cake, but we do know that it was created by the women of the village to resemble the local stone buildings. Hrapoćuša is a cake brought to almost all celebrations on the island, such as weddings, baptisms, and birthdays. There is even a night of Hrapoćuša on the 16th of August, St. Rocco's Day, where the ladies from Dol compete in a Hrapoćuša contest. Every family has their own version of this cake, so the amount of eggs, types of flavorings, and even the cake base differs greatly. Some flavor it with citrus, some with maraschino, some with rum. I even saw a local Dol woman on a YouTube video flavor her cake with pear extract. Some make a flourless almond-based first layer, and others use flour and walnuts. So for the recipe that I'm showing you today, I used what I saw most commonly used in most of the recipes that I found on the internet. Now you're going to pour the cake batter into a 9-inch or 23-centimeter round springform pan and bake in a 350 degree or 180 degrees Celsius preheated oven for about 30 to 35 minutes, just when the cake is mostly baked and set in the middle. About 20 minutes into the cake baking, start working on the walnut topping. You're going to whisk together the 7 leftover egg whites with 450 grams or 2 1/4 cups of sugar until fully incorporated in a medium saucepan over medium heat, and then stir in 625 grams of raw walnut halves. You will need to stir pretty continuously so the sugar doesn't burn. It should take about 10 to 15 minutes for the mixture to become thick and golden. At that stage, you will add the juice of 1 lemon, the one you zested earlier, and stir that in, stirring for another 5 to 7 minutes until the mixture thickens back up. This is the consistency you're looking for. Now gently spoon the mixture onto the cake that you removed after about 35 minutes of baking. Start by adding the nuts around the edges first, just because the middle is still a tad bit wobbly since it's not fully finished baking. Arrange the walnut mixture over the whole cake and gently pat down to make the top even and flat. Lower the heat to your oven to 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius and bake the cake for another 30 minutes until golden on top and fully set. Let it cool completely in the cake pan before removing. You're going to want to run a knife around the cake pan before opening up the spring form, just because some of the walnut mixture likely will have stuck to the sides of the pan. Then slice into wedges and enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed seeing me make that recipe and learning about the history of it. Let's go ahead and try this cake. Look at this thing. It's got such a thick layer of walnut praline. I'm excited to see what this tastes like. I can turn it on its side so it's a little bit easier to cut. Wow. That's amazing. I really like that. It has a really moist and flavorful sponge. It's walnutty, but also has a hint of the citrus and the maraschino liqueur that I added to it. If you don't like that sort of flavor, maybe don't add that to it because it does have quite a prominent place. You could just add the citrus. And I also saw other recipes that added rum instead of maraschino. The topping is amazing with the walnuts. Chewy, but also lemony and walnutty. Very decadent. You could only really eat a sliver of this, and just because of how thick that walnut topping is. It's hard and crunchy on the top, but has a, I don't want to say gooey, but gooey sort of quality holding the nuts together. It's really, I can see why this is a protected food. This is really good. Now that we've tried this, do you have a favorite nut cake? Let me know in the comments below. And I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you so much for all of you that have supported my channel so far. I've reached the amazing milestone of 1,000 subscribers. I'm so happy to have you all here. Please feel free to leave me a comment introducing yourself and also letting me know if there's anything you'd like to see featured on the channel. I'm always interested to hear from you and interested to hear what you're interested in. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And please share this channel with anybody who you know also loves learning about European food history and culture. Until next time, check out this video and I'll see you soon.